Dating my best friend. He got married, he cheated, etc. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay. Hi, and thank you for watching my channel. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be about the time I dated my best friend. And before I start, I have a disclaimer. Do not date your best friend. Don't ruin the friendship. Don't risk the friendship. It wasn't worth it. Now, sometimes it actually is a pretty good situation. People end up married. Mine wasn't like that. Okay, so this was in 2018 and it was April. We had been best friends for quite a while. I was in my third year of college and I was like, I should definitely give him a chance because he'd been asking me out for a while, telling me he loved me, etc. But we always exchanged I love you. So that wasn't nothing new. But when I tell you it was a whirlwind, it was a whirlwind. So in April of last year, I just realized that something might be wrong with me. I ended up having PTSD, which is why I always tell guys I don't want a relationship, I don't want to date, and I'm not really interested. I prefer to be single until I work on what I have going on with myself. But he's my best friend, so I'm thinking things are different. I can trust him. I thought wrong. No. I had so much trust built up for him due to our friendship that when we got into a relationship, I had no doubts. I was completely and 100% into the relationship. Like, I guess my expectations was really high. Well, actually, this was my first time not having any expectations. And I didn't have any expectations because, as I said prior, we were friends. I was expecting to get the same thing that I got out of our friendship out of the relationship. Anyways, it's April. We're talking, we're discussing our relationship, where we're gonna go. And he's in the army, so he was discussing whether he was going to move closer to me so we could spend more time and try and get stationed in Benning or somewhere else in Georgia. That way we'll be a little bit closer and it won't be as bad a drive, because we literally meet in Virginia. I stay in No, we meet in North Carolina. I stay in Georgia, he stays in Virginia. So for me, it's a 5 hour drive. For him, it's 3 hours. But we met in North Carolina because that was the only stomping ground that we both have. Well, we both have family. Okay. So we start talking. Things were great for a while. Then out of nowhere, he just started acting completely different. And I have common sense. I already know when someone starts acting different, there are things going on in their life that are causing them to view the relationship differently. It can be either they have other stresses, they're going through an emotional period, they're cheating, etc. Now, I'm thinking he's going through something in his life because I never would have thought that he would actually cheat on me. That's how close we were. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm asking him questions, showing that I care. And all of a sudden, we get to this point where it's like he starts getting annoyed by me asking him questions and trying to figure out what's going on with him. And that's when I realized, okay, he's got to be cheating. Because if you keep telling me nothing's going on, your life's good, you're straight, you're fine, but we're still having the same issues, you're cheating. We started arguing, it got hectic, and the arguing wasn't necessarily the worst part. I would say the worst part was him telling me that he no longer, like I told you, I was going through some things and I started to realize that I might have problems. That's when I figured I had PTSD. So we would talk about it. And after a while, he got to the point where he didn't care to hear my feelings, my emotions, or nothing. So I'm thinking maybe I am putting too much on him. And you never want to be selfish in a relationship. You don't want to put too much on a person, and you don't want to. Let me close this because that's a lot. You don't want to put too much on a person, and you don't want to seem like only your problems matter. I'm always that caring, compromising person where I always try to make sure I'm there for the other person, which is my biggest flaw, actually, because people are pieces of shit. After a while, we got to the point where he we were off and on all the time. Like, he'd break up with me, we'd get back together. He'd break up with me, we'd get back together. And then we reached one point where he actually blocked me. And I believe this was like late June, early July. And I was like, it's okay, because I have other factors in my life that I need to be worried about. I kind of need to let this go for my own mental health. And we didn't talk for a month, which was fine with me, because it felt like I was finally at peace. During that relationship, he made me feel so worthless, empty, etc. And it was crazy, because this is my best friend, the same person that used to give me advice when other guys were cheating on me, other guys were playing me, and other relationships were not stable. And he's treating me worse than those other guys, because I feel like emotional and mental abuse to me is worse than physical. Because with physical, it's like, okay, this person just put their hands on me, this is not the situation I need to be in. You recognize it. Mental and emotional, they normally break you down to the point where you start actually accepting it, and you start feeling like it's you and blaming yourself. So it was a lot worse for me. And I'd say I went home to my family for therapy, and I was home from, I believe it was July, late July, all the way up until November. So it was a long therapy, but anyways, I needed it. While in town, my great grandfather was dying. So while we're at the hospital, I see my cousin, and me and my cousin actually have, well, yeah, we actually have the same best friend. And she came up to me, she was like, oh, how you been? You know, we're talking. And she was like, oh, you know, our best friend just got married in June. And I was like, hold on, wait, I was dating this dude in June. This dude not only cheated on me, but he married the girl that he was cheating on me with. When I tell you I felt this small, I felt awful. I felt destroyed. I felt distraught. But at the same point in time, I was like, it's fine. I can cope with this. I can accept this. I can handle this. Because I should have never put myself in this predicament. I should have never tried to date my best friend.